up, guys? Welcome to the channel. This is YouTube. It's gonna be based on this car right here. This is my 2016 BMW 428i. It's the X-Drive, so it's all-wheel drive, right? But yeah, so I'm going some depth here. Currently, there's only a couple things done with it. Currently, we have the muffler delete, and then we also have a cold air intake. Right now, this is the only two major things that are done to the car, which show you here in just a second, the cold air, and then give you a little startup on the muffler delete. But yeah, so this video is just gonna be more like process of everything going on with the car. So like, as you can see, those are aftermarket. Those are definitely aftermarket. Now, you look at it from afar, it looks real carbon. There, it is 100% fake carbon, because I'm sorry, I don't got that money for carbon. Stuff's expensive. But yeah, so yeah, we'll definitely get into some fun stuff more down the line. But we'll go ahead and give you a little rev, a little show off more of the interior, exterior of the car. So this is the N26 turboed inline 4. Here's the cold air intake, right? It's not name brand because, yeah. But currently it is making, I'm going to guess, because, right, stock is like 244, but with the cold air and then the muffler delete, I'm probably like 255, maybe. But we'll go ahead and give you guys a little sound of it here in just a second. You can definitely hear the turbo really nicely, especially when it's sitting in comfort mode. With sport mode, you'll hear more of the exhaust, especially when you're going more down on the straightaway. But in comfort, you hear the exhaust, the cold air a lot more, which I do love. So, definitely a big, work. Hold on here. There we go. So yeah, definitely sounds really nice, and as you can hear the muffler delete back here, which we'll go ahead and give a little rev. So yeah, definitely with the muffler delete sounds so much better, because if you ever watch videos or seen anything on the stock inline 4, especially the N20s and N26s, you don't hear the back, you hear more of the front, which definitely is, it sounds alright, but we all prefer to hear it coming from the back instead of the front. But so we'll go ahead and get some outside drive-bys, down the straightaway, and then we'll get some interior as well. So yeah, and then I'll show launch control, because so this is the 4 Series, right? So it's going based off the M4, even though it's not an M4. But with the M Sport Series, which is what we have right here, right? If you look right there, and also if you look on the steering wheel, you'll see the little badge. This is the M4 with, not the M4, the M badge. So that's how you know it's like, okay, M Sport. So, car is not, hold on, there's a plane. Anyways, so, based off the base model, the 428i, right? First of all, with the bumper, right? The M Sport has more of the sportier look, and if you go online and look at like the stock M4, I'll probably put up a picture of showing like the stock the 428i, you'll see that the bumper doesn't have as much airflow because, you know, right down there is the intercooler for the turbo, so more airflow better, especially with the M Sport series. On any, even with the M3s, M5s, M4s, right, they all have their M series. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get some outside and inside POVs real quick. All right, so this is the interior, right? Pretty nice. Yeah, BMW logo. You got the M Sport. Don't mind all that over there. And then you got your gauge cluster, right? Really nice. And then, like, you know, it's my favorite thing. You go into you see sport displays, shows up the horsepower and torque that are currently, you know, when you're revving like that, right? And, you know, in comfort, right, you hear that turbo a lot more in the interior. You switch to sport, right? We're now switching to sport. You hear more of the exhaust. So, definitely fun. It's a really fun car. So we'll go ahead and get some driving POVs here. Just, you know, showing you, like, okay, this is what all in all looks like. All right, so this is comfort mode, right? Really nice. It doesn't have as much power as you can see over on the cluster here, but you can still hear, you know, the turbo boost. I mean, turbo build up, and then, you know, it letting off. So yeah, it's definitely really nice. It rides pretty smooth, especially for a BMW. It rides pretty nice. So it definitely feels a lot better than most cars. Alright, so we're now in sport mode. So this is, you know, we're gonna have more power, as you watch over here on the gauge cluster, right? I'll shift it over into manual. So it, you know, it has the manual, so you can switch down with the paddle shifters, right? So we'll go ahead and do a 40 roll here in just a second once we get on the straightaway, and you'll see that it builds real quick, and you can hear that turbo like a lot. So we'll get up to 40 miles an hour, and also has the heads-up display, really nice. We'll get up to 40, and then got some power to her, but, you know, it's an inline four, so you don't expect, you know, a ton of power. But I mean, for 250 horsepower, definitely is a really nice, fun car. So that was, you know, the interior of putting it in sport mode, comfort mode, right? And, you know, just getting an overall look on, like, how the car performs. And I mean, it performs really well. I've never had issues with it. She's really fun. But we'll go ahead and get some outside POVs on, like, launch control, especially, like, just run a really nice straightaway here. And we'll get probably some drive-bys too, so yeah. those were the outside FOVs on launch control and sport. Well, launch control and sport are the same difference, and then comfort. So yeah, definitely a fun car to be in. You know, there's a lot of things I have planned for the car. The next thing I'm gonna do is get a downpipe, just so I can build boost a little bit better and make it a little bit louder, and then resonator delete. But anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys, you know, appreciate the review that I've done for this 428i. Definitely watch out for the next few videos. Be pretty cool, especially with the downpipe and then the resonator delete. So yeah, well, anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and see ya.